So I bought my Tacoma 4 years ago in 2021 and immediately installed some bed stiffeners because this is kind of my work truck more than anything. And I went with the All-Pro Offroad Bed Stiffeners. And some of the main reasons why I went with the All-Pro version is one, on this gusset, it's not very tall and doesn't come way out here. It literally is just the corners. And so as you can see, I have some ladders back here that I get in and out of the truck multiple times a day when working. And it's nice not having that in the way, having the bracket in the way to get stuff in and out. I have also put tons of stuff in the back of the bed and sliding things in and out. It would be kind of annoying having a bracket with a big gusset all the way down to this bed mounting point. Also, the bracket is really wide, or the stiffener is really wide compared to a lot of the other competition. A lot of the other ones are probably half this thickness and depend on a wider um, L bracket design, I guess you could say. So this is gusseted on both sides, which is kind of nice, and it's wider, so I think there's a little more contact area. Same thing down here at the mounting points. Now there are plenty of locations to hook things to, strap, your ratchet straps, bungee straps. For the most part, I really use this one a lot. I mean, I use this all the time because you do have this factory anchor point down here, but this one up high is super nice, especially if you're like if you have some like furniture or some big boxes. You can just wrap it right here, your ratchet strap all the way across. So I love having that feature. It's been very handy. The other small mounting points, I guess they could become convenient, but I don't think I really ever use them. I mean, it's mostly this one right here, and if I'm going to do something down low, I usually grab the stock one, or I'll grab, a small hook right here. So using this as a work truck, how have they held up? Well, obviously the finish has kind of chipped. I think it's powder coated. I mean, it's 3/16 thick steel. And I mean, I haven't had any of them bend, warp, or become deformed or anything like that. I mean, as far as the structural integrity of the bracket, I mean, it's just like new practically. But, like I said, I use it quite a bit. I'm moving stuff in and out, so there's a lot of chipped finish, which you're going to expect in that situation. So, how is the bed held up with installing the bracket? So, from what I understand, it could crack right here if you have too much weight on top of the bed, too much weight inside the bed, and it could cause your tailgate to not align correctly. So obviously tailgate still looks good on both left and right side. The tailgate still closes real nice, latches really good. And this metal, as you can see, it's not cracked or anything. I just rubbed it, so there was some dirt on there. Um, but this whole area, everything about this still looks great. Now, you might be thinking, well, if I just drive around town and never put anything back here, it's probably going to look good regardless. Now, I've been pretty foolish with this truck, and I never took photos, but I have put a gun safe back here 4 times. I mean, like this massive gun safe. And what I would do is I would tip it back onto the tailgate, and the two of us, we would lift up the safe and push it into the bed. And so we had all this weight from that gun safe sitting on this tailgate, and it never damaged the tailgate or anything. But all that stress and tension being put right here on the tailgate pivot points and across the back, I mean, it didn't deform anything. It's been perfect. I've also loaded huge refrigerators. I've had this entire bed from the bottom to the top of the rails with huge river rock, where my rear axle is literally on the bump stops. I mean, I've loaded this thing. I've moved like 4 times in the last 4 years, and had storage units. So I'd move stuff to storage units, move it from house to house. I mean, I've had this thing just packed with stuff, and these brackets have been a lifesaver to the bed. Not only have they been a lifesaver to the bed, but lifesaver as far as having just more mounting points. Like I said, I love this hole right here to have an eyelet for a ratchet strap, because you really don't have any other high mounting point up here for a ratchet strap. I mean, if you don't have this, you're depending on this. I mean, if you have something long like some furniture that sticks out onto the tailgate, where your tailgate's going to be open while hauling, then you could technically hook, right here to your tailgate latch. But most of the time I have the tailgate shut, and this is just an awesome mounting point for that. All-Pro states that this is also, a place where you could, mount an antenna or some lights, and that would be a pretty convenient place to put a couple little lights shine down. But I mean, that light's pretty bright at night. I could also put some lights on top of the roof rack, but it's just another option for you. And installation of these, is just like all the other brackets out there. I mean, it's pretty easy. Just undo those two, install it, and then drill your holes for these mounts. So anyways, that is the All-Pro Bed Stiffeners. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out in the comments below. But what I'd like to get for this, I want to get some MOLLE panels to put across the back. Which ones do you guys recommend? I'd like to get some of those MOLLE panels to kind of go across from up there all the way down. Maybe not so much across the front, but at least on the sides, because a lot of times if I'm doing like a septic inspection of the house, I have a bunch of stuff in there. I have a bunch of like shovels and I've got a bunch of stuff, and I would like to have like a MOLLE mount on the side to secure that stuff out of the way so it's not just rolling around like this. So let me know what MOLLE panels you guys use, which ones are good. Maybe I'll pick some up and do a little review, install on those.